Hi everyone, my name is Jatish and today I would like to present about the Dual Language Program DLP. DLP is a Ministry of Education initiative under the MBM/MBI policy which allows a selected school to teach science and mathematics in English to strengthen students' mastery of both Bahasa Malaysia and English. The Dual Language Program (DLP) allows selected and ready schools to teach science in English or bilingually based on available resources, teachers' capability, and parental support. Okay, now let's see history how it came about. Before DLP, Malaysia had PPSMI. It started in 2003. Science and mathematics were taught in English. The goal was to improve English skills among students. PPSMI ended around 2012 because of concerns about Bahasa Melayu, fairness and readiness. Later in 2016, the DLP was introduced under the MBM/MBI policy as a new initiative. The DLP began as a pilot program in 2016 involving about 300 primary and secondary schools. Its aim was to give students more exposure to English, especially in STEM subjects, to help Malaysia stay globally competitive while still preserving Bahasa Melayu. Okay, now let's see importance of DLP in science. The Dual Language Program (DLP) in science is important because it enhances students' English proficiency, enables them to access global scientific knowledge and research, and strengthens their understanding of scientific terms and concepts, thus preparing them to connect more effectively with international STEM education, tertiary studies, and future career opportunities. The Dual Language Program (DLP) enhances STEM readiness by exposing students to a wider range of English-based scientific resources and knowledge while also promoting bilingualism as a strength, allowing students to master both Bahasa Melayu and English, which supports not only effective communication but also cognitive flexibility and global competitiveness. And students who are proficient in both Bahasa Melayu and English and able to learn science in English gain a strong competitive advantage in pursuing higher education locally or abroad, as well as in thriving within the global English-based workforce. Okay, now let's see current issues DLP in Malaysia. First issue, students and teachers' English proficiency and readiness. One study found out that English language mastery was a main factor influencing students' readiness for DLP, science and maths. The study in a secondary school said English language mastery was found to be one of the main factors influencing the students' readiness toward this program. In this issue, students and teachers' English proficiency and readiness, another study said teachers' perception shows positive attitudes, but many identify lack of teaching resource, facilities, and technology as challenges. According to one study, 97.5% of respondents in Sarawak report using a combination of Bahasa Melayu and English during science and mathematics classes, with 55% relying more on Bahasa Melayu than English, which indicates difficulty fully switching to English medium. Second issue are the implementation of Dual Language Program (DLP) faces challenges related to equity and resources disparities, as access is often limited to selected schools and classes, resulting in unequal opportunities for students. DLP allows the learning of science and mathematics in English. Its inconsistent implementation across schools and create what some describe as an unfair lottery of opportunities. In this issue, code switching by teachers and students indicates the instruction is not purely English and may compromise the program intention. For instance, more than 85% students said their science and mathematics teachers could switch in teaching the subject. Third issue are neglect of Bahasa Melayu mastery and stakeholder concern. Some critics say that DLP may risk undermining Bahasa Melayu mastery or may lead to confusion among students. For instance, one article argued that the ministry needs to be reminded of how and why it was conceived and voiced concerns over neglecting Bahasa Melayu. In this issue, schools may struggle to balance bilingual instruction, and parents and teachers have voiced concerns about the dual stream model. The issue of shifting policy back and forth also causes confusion among stakeholders, students, parents, teachers, and may affect consistency of science instruction. There are a lot of implementation of DLP. Firstly, selective criteria for school. Schools must meet readiness requirements, teachers' proficiency in English, parental demand support, resource availability, schools' performance. Secondly, subjects cover. Science and mathematics are main subject in primary and secondary levels. Some studies mention teachings and learning of science and mathematics in English under DLP. Thirdly, teacher professional development and training. To equip teachers for English medium instruction of science, training and capacity building is needed, though the degree of training differs across schools. Fourthly, monitoring and evaluation. The MOE and relevant education authorities, state district monitor DLP implementation studies such as monitoring of school readiness and adherence to guidance. Another implementation, optional participation. Students can optional into DLP classes if offered by the school for science and maths in English. It is not compulsory for all subjects or all schools. And lastly, language policy balance. While science is taught in English or BM, Bahasa Melayu remains the national language and must still be taught and mastered. Some guidelines emphasize the importance of BM mastery even in DL schools. To address the issues in DLP implementation, first effective solution is to strengthen teachers and student English proficiency and readiness. This can be achieved by providing target English for STEM training for science teachers through workshops that focus on the language of science, bilingual pedagogy, scientific vocabulary, and classroom communication. In addition, regular monitoring of readiness should be carried out to identify teachers and students who may face difficulties, followed by early reminder support. This approach aligns with findings showing that English language mastery is one of the key factors influencing the successful implementation of DLP. Another key solution is to develop and provide sufficient bilingual and English medium resource for DLP. Schools should be bilingual science textbooks, digital modules, and proper ICT facilities to support teaching. Teachers also need guidelines of effective code switching so they can balance clarity and maintain the English medium goals of the program. Using ICT applications such as interactive science modules, bilingual diagrams, Kahoot, quiz, Canva infographics, and the Lima e-modules help make DLP lessons more engaging and accessible. These tools support bilingual learning by combining visuals, videos, and interactive activities, allowing students to understand science concepts in both English and Bahasa Melayu more effectively while improving their language proficiencies and STEM interests. Another solution is to improve equity and school readiness by giving extra support to rural and less resource schools through fundings, teachers training, and learning materials. Clear and fair selection criteria should be used to reduce the lottery of opportunities, effective while regular monitoring and evaluation help identify struggling schools and provide timely assistance. In conclusion, the DLP helps improve English proficiency and STEM readiness while preserving Bahasa Melayu. To make it successful, issues like access, resources, and language readiness must be improved through teachers training, bilingual materials, and fair school support, ensuring a more balanced and inclusive education for all students. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.